really think we should turn back.
There is a land, ancient and magnificent, where the deeper I go, the more enigmatic it becomes, but I'm determined to get to the heart of it. And as far as I'm concerned, there's only one way to do that: by motorbike. This episode, we race the rain and summer storms to reach the stunning landscape of El Torcal. We discover the communist utopia of Marinaleda and explore the winding streets and spectacular vistas of Antequera. This is Andalusia by motorbike.
Good morning from a little hotel room in Antequera. This is, not much to look at. It's cute, but this is the real nice part outside. Let me show you. It's an old house, an old townhouse converted into a hotel. Downstairs patio with actually there's a roof on top. Anyway, so Antequera, let's go see what it's all about.
Bang in the center of Andalusia is Antequera, a crossroads between Malaga, Cordoba, Seville and Granada. And you can tell by the people they've taken a pinch of each but belong entirely to none. Rather, you could say Andalusia belongs to Antequera. In 1978, when democracy returned to this land, it was in this picturesque medieval town that the pact granting Andalusian autonomy was finally signed, 150 years in the making. From the medieval citadel overlooking Roman ruins is Peña de los Enamorados, the Lover's Rock. Legend tells of a Muslim princess who fell in love with a Christian nobleman. Together they fled, chased by the emir's men up the rock, whereupon they locked in one final embrace and threw themselves from the mountaintop. The rock has intrigued people here for millennia. These are the dolmens of Antequera, colossal Neolithic and Chalcolithic burial sites, one of which, the Menga dolmen, perfectly frames the Peña de los Enamorados.
So these are the dolmens. We've snuck onto the back of a guided tour. I don't think we'll stick to the full thing, but it'll be nice to go inside them. Just stick your head back a bit. Oh yeah, uncanny. It's not quite as intimate as our last dolmen experience with the old shepherd showing us around. Is there a line to take selfies in front of the dolmen? Come on, let's go. No, it's ours.
It's the weekend and the monuments are a big attraction, so we decide to escape the crowds and busy streets and head for the mountains, trying to ignore the whipping wind and dark clouds bundling up over the peaks.
Scratch your ass there, why don't you? Oh, shoot, get off the road!
Yeah, I'm gonna get them up.
Entry. Apex. Exit. Repeat. Ascending hairpins means one thing: a twisty mountain road and spectacular views, but the weather has other ideas. But it was narrowly missing us as we picked our way towards the clouds. A patch of blue towards the southwest, slowly spreading itself in our direction. The road begins to level out. We're nearing the top, and all around us a strange alien-like landscape, the occasional horned mountain goat perched upon a rock. This is what we've come to see. The National Park of El Torcal. 150 million years ago, when dinosaurs roamed the Earth, this was a seabed. But in the last 66 million years, that sea disappeared along with the great reptiles, rising this bed of Jurassic limestone out of the water and over a kilometre into the air, forming the Torcal mountain range alongside the Pyrenees, the Alps and the Himalayas. This is the Cenozoic, the time of mammals, our time, and yet long enough for the forces of nature to erode the exposed limestone into these bizarre and beautiful shapes.
I refuse to not believe that little people, elves, live here.
Yes, of course there are.
Half
Dr.
elves.
Castro, age 28. There's definitely little elves living here. Well, it was going to happen sooner or later. It's lovely and dry in there.
I think lunch.
Alright. I'm soaked. Soaked. Yeah, let's see if they have food in here. Cheers. Wow. I wasn't expecting this. Soups and stews, I think, is in order.
I'd say have sopa de picadillo.
Yeah? What have they got in the meats? An interesting place to have so far away from everything. Some more bikers there. They don't look like they got caught in it. They look like they got in just ahead of it. Lucky bastards. Look at that. Old scale from the port of Cadiz from the year 1794. Old scale of the 18th century, Sevilla slaughterhouse. And it's still bucketing down outside. Oh yes.
Bueno, forzosa no tan forzosa. Había hambre, había hambre.
I have spare clothes in the bike, and it's loosened up for a minute, so there's my chance to get some cars. That's better. Oh my god. Not only are these clothes dry, but because they were sitting in the tank box, the black tank box of the bike, which was in the sun before we got caught in the rain, they're warm. That's what a feeling.
Positive to the rain, right?
There it is. Look at this. I mean, for you guys this is a monstrosity, but at home this is just breakfast.
Solid. Que aproveche.
So what we've got here is chips, fried egg and a pepper, and then we've got a brick, a big lump of pork. We've got some chorizo, and we've got some morcilla, which is it's like our black pudding at home in Ireland. It's blood and onions, fried onions. And what are you having in your soup?
My soup. I think some soup made out of slowly boiled meat and some vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
And we have it with bits of bread. And also a bit of ham and a bit of boiled egg.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Hitting the spot on a day like this. It's finally stopped raining, so we might have a bit of luck when we're ready to head out. Well, it stopped raining, which is fantastic, but I've said before, there's nothing worse than putting on wet bike gear. Or at least only 50% is wet, which is the top half, which isn't too bad because it'll dry out. Marina's putting on sun cream because she's very sensitive to the rain. And we're going to head around
the other side of Antequera because apparently there's a lake that has, or not a lake, is it a lake or a lagoon? I don't know. It's probably a lagoon if it's by the sea. So, a lake.
Salty. Yeah, probably salty.
Is it probably salty?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
It has flamingos.
it's got flamingos and that's really all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, let's see if there's any there. It's right over there, look. Between the restaurant and Antequera, just 10 kilometers, it started to rain again, so we're going to wait for it to blow over. It's coming from the south, that direction, so bright enough over there. Okay, we have to turn around because that's gonna get us. I don't know. Give us an update. Let's get the motorway up to Estepa. If that's going north, we have a chance of outrunning that massive rainstorm that's quickly coming our way. We're just not set up to ride in the rain. We weren't expecting it. We're in our summer gear and that's just to So what's in Estepa?
In Estepa, there's probably one of the most famous manufacturers of Christmas sweets.
Christmas what?
Christmas sweets.
Christmas trees?
No, sweets.
Christmas sweets?
Like pastries. Christmas pastries.
Okay. So when it's not Christmas, what's in the do in Estepa?
No one knows. It's a secret. Wow, look at that.
Oh wow, look at that. Alright, well we're gonna stop here. Oh, I have decided.
That's a well. Hello, well. Hope you're well.
You're so funny.
I'm hilarious.
Sí, que vaya a ver la exposición temporal.
Lo que haya.
Sí, la exposición temporal, mira, perdone.
Very creepy.
Reminds me of the.
Wait, he paints with his mouth. He paints with his mouth. Look. Honestly, this is the stuff that gives me nightmares. Yeah, it's very Alice in Wonderland like, and I don't like it at all. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Can we go see some archaeology instead, please? After nearly 40 years of a fascist dictatorship, when Franco died in 1975, Spain's future was uncertain. In hindsight, this period is called a transition period, but at the time, democracy was anything but guaranteed.
So, this is Marinaleda, which is quite a unique place.
Tired of being landless, exploited and impoverished, the typical existence for most rural Andalusians, and against this backdrop of crippling uncertainty, the inhabitants of Marinaleda took their future into their own hands. Over the next 30 years, through protests, occupations and hunger strikes, the people of Marinaleda legally secured land and began farming it, as they had always done, only now the land was theirs, held in commune, and they worked not for a few pesetas and a lump of bread a day, but for themselves. Like, if you had no idea about this place and drove through, you would notice nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a normal little rural Andalusian town.
Led by an impassioned young history teacher, Sanchez Gordillo, they formed a cooperative and built a processing factory to sell their produce on the market. They built new houses, a park, and an amphitheatre. Small private business owners worked without fear of multinational chains moving in and destroying their livelihoods. When Spain was buckling under the Eurozone crisis with unemployment nearing 40%, Marinaleda carried on with nearly full employment, as it continues to do, alone and unflinching in the face of constant attempts to undermine and discredit it by those who fear the day when people start to doubt the unquestionable finality of neoliberal capitalism and take notice of a little farming village in the quiet countryside of Andalusia.
The party is in town. The only party. That's my little joke. Democratic, yes, of course. You can vote for anyone you want, so long as they're in the party. Right. Back to Antequera.
Riding back towards Antequera, the golden evening light grew dim, and storm clouds once again mustered on the horizon. Soon the sky becomes a blanket of purples and blues. We step up the pace. As Antequera comes into view, so do the dark mountains behind it, the tips sliding in and out of the clouds cascading down the valley. I can't resist. We're going up. Once again, the race is on. The clouds are darkening, the light is fading, so pinning the throttle we glide towards the foot of the mountains. Looks like a storm. Must go faster, must go faster, must go up. Win them all.
Wow, so much for the sunset. I really think we should
turn back. No lights. A storm coming. Turn around here.
Well, we made it off the mountain. We didn't quite catch a sunset, but at least we didn't catch a storm. So yeah, we're not too bad. We're having a lovely little supper of porra, which is the bastardized salmorejo from here in the south. It's like salmorejo but with peppers, and they've served it with tuna and chips, and then also cafon, which is like a baby shark. Not a baby shark, but one of those little sharks, right? It's fried shark with wine and beer. And that's it. That's our evening in Antequera. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long day, so we're pretty tired. We're going to wrap it up. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.